So yeah, beautiful people, it's your mentor USD JPY here, and welcome to Market Breakdown Mondays with me, where we are going to be analyzing and reviewing some of the pairs that we have executed or took trades from last week, right? On today's session, we are going to be focusing on GER30, USD JPY, US30, and gold, right? And then kindly make sure that you hit that like button, you subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that every single time I drop content, you can be notified. And then on the description section, if you want updates on some of the setups that I'm sending here and educational content also, make sure that you join the free group, and then make sure that you also create your accounts with the link that I left in the description section. So Xauusd is a broker that I'm currently trading with the best spreads, instant deposit and instant withdrawals. So looking forward to seeing you guys in the free group, and let's get it.
Hey, beautiful people. Firstly, let's start by analyzing GER30, right? So let's just try to understand the overall structure on GER30 so that we can be able to see where price is from and where price is moving. But all we can see at the moment is that, okay, price has been bullish, right? Price has been bullish. How do we see that? We have our impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse, correction. Then we have an impulsive movement to the upside. That gives us a correctional movement impulse, looking for a big correctional movement, as you guys can see. And then we're going to have an impulsive movement afterwards, right? So that's what we currently have at the moment, right? That is that we have at the moment. So let's take on a 2-day time frame so that we can be able to confirm every single thing that you're about to say. Okay. So on a daily time frame, we can see that again, there is a demand area here that is currently stopping price from pushing to the upside, right? So there is this demand area here that is actually hindering price from what? From pushing to the upside, right? So this means that, okay, this will then make this low here, what? This will then make this low here a temporary low, right? This low here will become our inducement or our temporary low. This means that if you took buying opportunities, you are definitely looking forward to exiting your profits where? At this high here, right? You're looking forward to taking your profits where? At that higher high, right? So this area here, like I said, it acts as what? As our demand area. So this means that, okay, if possible, to get buying opportunities from this area here, you're looking forward to impulsing with price, it goes and does what? It goes and hits its take profit. So this is a clean 24-hour trade, right? This is a clean 24-hour trade, but I would like to check something on a 3-day time frame. We're still failing to get something actually. And we're still failing to get something. Okay, let's get back to our, okay, let's check for our 4-day actually. Okay, so let's stick to our 1-day time frame analysis. So this is what we're gonna be actually be focusing most of our energy in. So what does this mean? This means that for your CPI, PPI, the only direction that we are going to be looking for is what? Is bullish movement, right? It's gonna be looking for bullish movement. We are using confluence of what? Of our current analysis on GER30. So now moving on to gold, right? Moving on to gold. Let me just remove everything here because I was just busy with it a few minutes ago. Gold has been bullish, right? Gold has been bullish. As you can see, we had our impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulsive movement, a bit of a correction that we're having, and impulsive movement afterwards, right? So what is it that we can see and learn from gold at the moment? So at first, this acted to me as what? As a consolidation phase of the market, right? Until price actually did what? Until price actually took the high of the consolidation out. And you can see that, okay, it's currently building some bullish momentum to the upside, right? And then now, if you can check this thing properly, if you take your fib from your low to this recent high here, right? I'm just gonna call out this Fibonacci here, the number one. Right, you can see that, okay, price is actually reacting more on what? On the equilibrium phase of the market, right? Price is currently reacting more on the equilibrium phase of the market. How do we see that? Reaction, rejection, rejection here, rejection here, reaction here, rejection here, right? So that's the power of what? That's the power of a, what do you call this thing? Equilibrium level. So for trendline traders, use this thing as your what? As some sort of your cheat code or whatever that you want to call it. Knowing your premium, equilibrium, and discounted phase of the market, where and what price would normally do when it reaches the discounted the premium and the equilibrium phase of the market also. Because this happens like several times and on several trends. Even if you're to take this thing from your low to your high, right? You would see what happens most of the time when price goes to the equilibrium. Rejection, 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 rejection before that impulse to the upside, right? So at least if you're trading trend lines or your order blocks, you can take the something here as note, right? So now, but we all know that okay, this is the area that we should be looking for to see price react from, right? Making this low here, what? Making this low here, our temporary low, right? Making this low here, what? Our temporary low. So now last week I believe that it was gonna be easy for price to come to this area, right? It was gonna be easy for price to come to that area. But now with how price is moving at the moment, what we can say is that we'll have to be patient with it, right? We'll have to be more patient with price. So this means that, okay, whatever that is going to do there, we are definitely going to wait for it to do whatever that it wants to do, right? Do whatever that it wants to do before it pushes to the downside to come tap us in and then push it to the upside. So this is one of the disadvantages of being a swing trader. You wait for price to do whatever that it wants to do, and then you start looking for the right type of opportunities, right? But then something interesting that I saw actually on gold also was that probably on a 5 hour, let's actually go to an 8-hour time frame. Quite interesting was that all the rejections, let's search for a different gold actually. All the movements that have been happening, right? All the movements that have been happening, because you can see that there's an impulse correction, then impulsive movement, right? Price pushes to the downside to a specific area here. It impulses beautifully so to the upside, then it gets held by what? By a supply area, right? And you can see that there's a break of structure here, change of character here, which means price must change its character here and then impulse to the upside. So if you're more an SMC trader and you've been taught properly on how to trade, you should be able to make profits actually. So you can see that with this one, there was this entry point here, with this one here. We had this entry point here, and then with this one here, right? So I'm showing you guys the type of opportunities that gold would have awarded you guys with. I'm not saying that I took this entry point, just showing you guys examples, right? And then now the number one mistake made by most traders is that they would want to force gold to be bearish when it trashes this area here, right? Just because of what happened previously. So they expect this pattern to also happen where at this area here, but not understanding that, okay, now within the current structure that we have within the market, chances of price holding at this area, they are low because of this break of structure, change of character, and then a demand area, a tap, and impulsive momentum to the upside. So this one here, it acted as some sort of buy side liquidity that has to be cleared out now, right? So price left some sort of liquidity on this high. Now it came back down to clear off all the internal range before it can start impulsing to the upside, right? And then it's going to this high to come and eliminate all the form of liquidity that is left at that area. So yeah. Other than that, let's move on. Let's talk about USD JPY. Actually, not really a fan of this, but just gonna show you guys how I went about it. Right, on a 2-day, I think it was 2-day or 3-day time frame. Right, yeah, 3-day. As you guys can see on the 3-day time frame, what is it that you can see? I mean, everyone can see the same thing, right? A break on the main high, right? Which means we had an impulse correction, which means we're looking for an impulsive movement. But technically, this correctional movement, right? It should go deep, right? Because of what we have here, right? Because of this area. So it should go deep so that it can pass the equilibrium phase of the market, right? Because if you check properly, funded area, let me see. Okay. If you check the area that is retracing from, yeah, it's quite good, but it's not that deep below the equilibrium phase, right? So what is it that everyone can see at the moment is that we can see that there's a clean demand area here, right? Institutional funded area. So this means that this is where everything is going to become interesting actually. If you want to buy USD JPY, right? If you are thinking of buying USD JPY at the moment, this means that whatever fundamental that is going to come out, it should push price to the upside, right? It should push price to the upside, meaning that all the pairs that start with USD, will buy. And then all the pairs that ends with what? That ends with USD will sell, which means your gold, GBP USD, Euro USD, AUD USD will sell. Meaning that we shouldn't even be interpreting or thinking about looking for, what do you call this thing, for selling opportunities on, for buying opportunities on the pairs that ends with USD, right? Based off this analysis that we currently have. But let's analyze and see, guys. Let's analyze and see. So this is what we currently have: a weak high, a demand area. So this is a funded area. So where's that weak high? So we have a weak high, and this means that okay, if we take our buying opportunity, we're definitely gonna start what do you call this thing, using this high here as what? As our take profit, right? Meaning that we'll then be looking for this buying opportunities at this area here. We are then going to be looking for this buying opportunities where? At this area here, right? Mind you, GER30 gave us the same setup. We're gonna go to Nasdaq and do the same thing also, analyze Nasdaq, US30, so that we can be able to understand what is it that we are seeing, right? And then meaning that now this low here has what? This low here becomes our temporary low. So this is the current analysis that we have on USD JPY. So now let's go check US30. Let's just use Pepper Stone. Okay, let's use any actually. So on this guy at the moment, what is it that we can see also? We have a beautiful impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. I just like how I actually interpret price, right? I use impulsive and correctional movements to understand where price is currently at, so that I can probably know where, not really the future, or where price might go to, right? So if you want to understand price without even having to understand your higher highs, higher lows, or whatsoever, just use impulsive and correctional movements, right? They call them waves. And then let's just go to a daily time frame, right? When you get to a daily time frame, what is it that we can see from this daily time frame? Is that there's a demand area that we've all outlined. If you've been watching my videos till today, there's a demand area that we've all outlined. So this is our funded area. Then this is our weak high. Right, this is our weak high. Right, then this became what? This definitely became what? Our strong low. This became our strong low. If he became our strong low, this definitely means that okay, now this high here becomes what? A weak high, which means that okay, this high is gonna be our main target. So higher high. Right. So moving on, if you watch the previous video that I posted, you'd know that okay, the other form of opportunities that we took, right? The other form of opportunities that we took. Where was the first one? The first one was somewhere around this area here. We took our first buying opportunity at this area. We anticipated another buy here, which price took us out. And then now we caught this one here. We caught this one here. I think I'm gonna be posting proof, right? I'm gonna be showing you guys proof about the trade that it took. And then guys, something that is interesting, right? I want you guys to look at this area. You see how price breaks this low here, right? On this broker, right? I don't know the name of this broker actually. Let me just say US30. I think it's index what. Yeah, I think it's index what, right? Now I want us to go to something different, right? Let's go to Pepperstone. I'm not sure if my theory will make sense, but see how this one doesn't break the law, right? So please make sure that whenever you analyze, you use different types of brokers so that you can be able to understand. Some will print its own candlesticks, some will print its own candlesticks. So yeah, we'll just go with the majority rule afterwards. So now, what is it that we're seeing on USDT? We are still looking for the same buyers that we're looking for. If you want to do intraday, you can keep pushing your intraday, but this is the trade that everyone is currently on. If you've been watching my videos, and then this will definitely be what our target at that high there. So this will definitely be what our main target. So which means you're gonna be targeting that area. Do you see where now the confusion and the confluence comes in hand? Handy actually. USD JPY, the daily structure is showing us what? It's showing us a buy. USD is showing us a buy. GER30 is showing us a buy. So we'll just see what happens. But I still believe that USD JPY is to push down, guys. USD JPY is to push down. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see, right? But and also it doesn't mean that these guys are gonna have strong momentum. This news might have strong momentum. Find that they're gonna be weak. But yeah, other than that, from my side, we've made a USD JPY, gold, US30, and GER30 analysis. So those are the types of moves that you're looking for to take in this week. And then wishing you guys nothing but all the best of luck on your fundamental trading week. For those of you guys that are not trading fundamentals, just make sure that you protect your accounts at all costs, use proper risk management, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you.